Well, I'm here on behalf of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops in order to participate in the Mid-Atlantic Muslim-Catholic Dialogue. That is an opportunity for Muslim leaders and Catholic leaders to gather and discuss topics that affect us in common. The dialogue is an opportunity for Catholic and Muslim leaders to gather and to speak about the impact of the secular environment in which we live on our own ability to practice, live, and express our faith.
The Mid-Atlantic Muslim Catholic Dialogue got started about 15 years ago by ICNA, and the whole purpose was to get the Catholics as well as Muslims representatives together and discuss important issues which are common between us.
Today it is good to see all of you here at this dinner, and again welcome and thank you for joining us here, and hopefully New Jersey chapter will serve us a delicious dinner as well.
This dialogue is important. People have to know each other, and we obviously have our own cultures which we should pass on to our children, but we should let the others in the community understand it and know that in God's eyes, we are all one.
I was very impressed with the discussions that took place at the various tables, but I think the thing that really made an impression on me was the commonality between the members of both communities. The two groups had the same core values, to a large extent the same beliefs, and that was very impressive. The fact that we were sitting down literally for hours having dinner, and we were all on the same page.
We basically agreed that we have so much that we have in common, and the things that we face as challenges being people of faith, regardless of what faith we have. And it was a good uniting thing. So all the people at the room, at our table were saying how happy they were that they felt like they weren't alone. Even though we came from different backgrounds, we all had the same worries about our children.
We are commanded by God Almighty to share this faith. After all, there is no monopoly on this faith as Muslims. It is the religion that God chooses for mankind. It is the same religion that He has sent for Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Noah, Muhammad, peace be upon them all. And so it is something for us to share.
Regardless of your faith tradition, that we learn to live and work together in peace and be able to really focus more on what we have in common versus our differences.
Events like this are very important to bring unity and to share each other's faith and to know that we're all alike in so many different ways. I wasn't born in this country, so I truly understand differences. And unless we have dialogue, unless we have interchange, and unless we break bread together, that's how we get to know each other.
The events that are held by Islamic Circle of North America definitely can transform the communities, because you're bringing people of different faiths and trying to do good service to humanity. Prophet Muhammad talked about a lot about service to humanity, being humble and having integrity and honesty and service. I think these type of events bring out what the preachings of various prophets.
I found these dialogues to be very respectful, even though sometimes we disagree on particular approaches that we could take or particular interpretations of things. I find that the conversation is always very respectful, and we are able to give unique positions and ideas, thoughts about it, and I think that's why we continue to come back year after year to meet together.
The issues that are addressed and the dialogue, like one person said, that when the dialogue ends, the problem starts. And I think the problems, they will stay away when a dialogue continues.
We were also instrumental in recognizing some holidays for our students of Islamic holidays, which we didn't have before. So again, dialogue, getting to know each other, working together on common projects.
Once people who are not of the Islamic faith, once they have an understanding of what we believe in and the principles that we hold, you know, and more people become aware of our beliefs, then it helps us to have a common ground, a common understanding, and it removes a lot of obstacles that are in the path for us to have progress. And we often find out that we have a lot of similarities more than we have differences, and it helps us to move forward.
I see the role of women as particularly important. There are not as many women participating in interreligious dialogue, really in any of the dialogues. And women have such an important role in the family and in rearing children. And oftentimes, many of the topics that we discuss in the last few years, we've talked about marriage, about education, about spiritual life. It's in the family where children first experience this, and women have a very influential role there. So I think women should bring their thoughts and ideas and experience to the dialogue. It's very helpful in discussing these issues that are important to all of us.
It's important for our kids and our children to know our differences in our backgrounds. But also, as Americans, here we are. We need to work together. The differences shouldn't divide us, shouldn't cause strife, but we should find commonality and learn to exist together and improve for future generations, because together we are united and we can be successful.